Okay, here's our last page of the pre-assessment. This is story problems. Use number words or labeled sketches to solve the problem. Show all of your work. Most important part of this question is handle the remainder, if there is one, in the way that best fits the situation. And then they want us to write an equation. So part A is 4 friends made 57 cookies and shared them equally. How many cookies did each friend get? So our equation there would be 57 cookies to share equally with friends divided by 4 equals, and we put our final answer right down here. What I want to show you first before we answer that is all of these questions are the exact same math problem. There are 57 kids in the after-school club. Tomorrow they are going to the park. If each car can carry 4 kids, how many cars will they need? So again, just like A, 57 divided by 4. And even down here, Andrew paid $57 for 4 supersized pizzas. How much did each pizza cost? So it's 57 divided by 4. So on the post assessment, it will be very similar, but just different numbers, not 57 and 4. But I'm assuming it's going to be every question will be the same. So if we go here to part A, we have 57 divided by 4 equals. We really haven't talked much about dividing this school year yet, but from 4th grade, some students might know how to divide. 57 divided by 4. You know, they could do their long division if they remember. Sorry, I'm a step ahead of myself. 4s into 17 would be 4. And here's your remainder 1. So maybe we have 14 cookies per friend with 1 cookie left over. Maybe they give it to their teacher, but they can't. One person can't take it because then it wouldn't be split equally. So maybe a quick little note here: each friend gets 14 cookies with 1 cookie left over. And so with that remainder, what we did, we're just ignoring it. We're just leaving it to the side. So our final answer we would put here: each friend is getting 14 cookies, and maybe circle that so we can show that. And then we just wrote what we did with the remainder. We're just going to leave it off to the side. So we come down here. Again, if it's 57 divided by 4, let me show you this time. Maybe we're thinking if your student does not know how to divide, we could put here, so it's 57 kids in the after-school club. 4 kids can fit in the car. So maybe we'll put up here in the top part of our ratio table, we're using these a lot, how many cars we need, and then this would be how many students would be able to fit in there. So if we have 1 car, we can take 4 children with us. If we have 2 cars, double, we can get to 8. Maybe we have 10 cars. So 1 to 10, just adding a 0 on it, times 10. So 4 times 10. With 10 cars, we'd be able to take 40 students. We're getting closer to that 57 number, closer to 57. Maybe we tried 20 cars. If we use 20 cars, so we have, we can look at this one. Double from 10 to 20 is doubled. So that would take 80 kids. We don't need that many cars. We only need to get to 57. And if you remember back from letter A's problem, we had our answer was 14. So maybe we'd just try 14 right here. So in 1 car, 14 students. So 14 would be 10 times 4 is 40. And then 4 times 4 would be 16. That would be 56 kids. 56 kids get to go to where they headed, going to the park. So 56 kids, but what about that one? We have 57 kids in the problem, so that one extra student makes 57, but they don't get to go. So if we write 14 cars are needed, then 1 kid is going to be left at the after-school club. So with that remainder, we're going to have an extra car. We're going to have to add on not 14 cars. We're going to actually need 15 cars. So our equation again was 57 kids divided by 4 is going to equal, and for our answer, we're going to put 15 cars are needed. And I would be able to see your work here that 14 gave us 56 kids. 14 cars is 56 kids. We don't have enough. We're going to bump that up. So that remainder, we rounded that remainder up. There's B. Sorry, try to hide this again. And then C, probably the hardest one of all. Again, it's still 57 divided by 4 equals. And so in this one, we have, we know our answer is, hopefully by now, we know the answer is going to be 14 with remainder of 1. And we can show that again in our long division if we wanted to work it out. 57 divided by 4, 1. Bring down the 7. 4's into 17, 4. And there's where we get our remainder 1. I knew that because it's the same numbers as letter A and B. 14 with a remainder of 1. Okay, what does that mean? So I can draw a picture here. Here's our pizzas. We have 4 supersized pizzas. And we know right now that each pizza is going to cost $14. 14 here, so 14 for this pizza, 14 for this pizza, and 14 for this pizza. However, there's $1, and I love it. On our pre-assess, student wrote, "We'll just give the dollar as a tip," which is a great thought. But we can't change the math problem, so we need to figure out what can we do with that $1 extra. That's what we're trying to figure out. How can I share $1 extra? And hopefully we see this, that if I gave each pizza an extra quarter, so $14.25, 25 cents, 25 cents, and 25 cents. So each pizza now would cost $14.25, and that would get you right on to $57. So our final answer down here is $14.25. And that's our final answer. So best of luck to you on your post assessment, and I hope these videos are helping you guys. Have a great day. Whoops.